welcome to the Purlsbeforethyme knitting podcast. I'm Elise and this is Silas, and we are wearing our snowy forest sweaters. So I finished mine this week, and I made Silas's last Christmas so that he could have a nice warm sweater to wear. He's quite good about wearing it when we go outside. He doesn't normally wear it inside, so I'll take this off him in a minute. But you can see he looks quite cute. Hey. All right, do you want to go? We'll take it off now. It's fine. So I'm very happy with this finished results. It is, there you go. Yeah, so I made this one in a heavier yarn weight than my other one that I've made before. It's in Aran tweed from Isager and silk mohair, and I can feel it's quite warm already. So I think I might actually make another one. So the history of me in this pattern is I made it first more than 2 years ago, and I made it in Isager sport weight tweed and silk mohair, and that's a very light fabric. This is very warm, but it's fine. But yeah, what happened with that one is I was very careless and I threw it in the washing machine, and this is what it looks like today. So I was completely devastated when this happened. I remember I opened the washing machine door, and as soon as I saw it, I knew what happened. I burst into tears. I just was mortified at myself. I felt so guilty. I hadn't caught it. It hadn't slipped my mind. And yeah. So this is now a cat cushion. It goes on his little bed. So it's not really anything you can do about it. It's complete, like the fibers are felted to the full extent that felting can happen. So my plan is actually now at some point I'm going to make this exact sweater again. Same colors, same yarn, all of that. So these were the same size before, and now they're not. But that's, yeah, you live and you learn. And I think that's, I have to be a bit kind on myself and allow myself to make mistakes, not feel so bad. It's not the end of the world. I'm fine. And then, yeah, I'll show you Silas's one a bit more detail. This one is made in a strand of fingering white alpaca and silk mohair. And I like the cable definition on this. It's really nice. This isn't actually, if you buy the pattern, you will not get a cat version. I just adapted it. So you have to cast on a multiple of 10 stitches, and I cast on 50 for this. And then there's two types of cable on this. There's these really beautiful chunky cables, and then there's these sort of more narrow cables down between, and so I just made little gaps in the narrower cables, and I made little feet holes for him. So I'm going to, because it is a bit loose on him now, I'm going to put a little bit of elastic around bits and places so he can wear this again next winter, because it's already too warm for him to wear this season again. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I think it's quite a flattering fit on me. The one thing I will say is, because it does have a low yoke, this is a thing, is that if you move your arms up and down, it pulls a bit weirdly. But if you're a person who just works an office job, it's fine. It's not like I'm doing anything all that, yeah, exertive with my arms. So yeah, very happy with that. It took 3 or 4 days to dry when I was blocking it. So I cast this off on Monday. And then on Monday, I also cast on something new. So I cast on this lovely thing here, which is a shawl. So a while ago, I bought the book 52 Weeks of Shawls. And it's one of those books that is like, you get those coffee table art fashion books. And I feel like the 52 Weeks series could be one of those. The photographs are so nice and evocative, and I just want to, cozy up in a little cabin with a whole big pile of shawls when I read it. So This is the Limelight Shawl by Anna Johanna from that book. And you need 2 colours of fingering weight and about 360-ish meters of each, which is great if you have 2 single skeins, which I happen to have in my stash because I did a yarn exchange in November-ish last year, and I got paired with Natasha in Australia, who I've already mentioned, and she sent me 2 beautiful fingering weight skeins of local yarn to her, and the beige is an alpaca from Great Ocean Road Mills, Woolen Mills or something, and it's really squishy, really lovely. And then this reddish not peach, like slightly orangey color. They call it apricots. I've never seen an apricot quite this color. It's from Sally Ridgway. Is it Designs or Fibers? One of the 2. And it is a merino possum blend, which is really cool. And you can definitely, I wasn't sure how possum would feel, but there's a lot of shorter fibers in it. So you can tell it's not like a long fibered source in there. But I am racing through this. This is since Monday. It's now Saturday. And I have really been enjoying this. I always like having one sort of meditative, mindless project where I can just do stockinette or garter stitch. And that is often why I feel I accumulate UFOs, is that I'll do the easy bit of a project and then I'll get to the point where I need to think a little bit more, I need to concentrate a bit more. So my project stagnates because I need to always be looking at a chart or counting, and that becomes, when I come home from work and when I turn my brain off, I don't want to think all the time. So I've got a lot of my UFOs are because they've stopped because I've got a hat, it's got lace and cable patterns that's happening at the moment, and I don't always feel like I have the energy to do so much of that. And then there's a summer top I've got going, which I need to do an Italian cast on to, it's like starting a new section, and that just, I feel like I could do it, and if I just picked it up I could just get it done, but I haven't had the energy for that. I like just having a little thing I can just pick up and it's like, oh, and then I can just watch Netflix and not think. So that's been this. So yeah, it's this really nice sort of shell shapes. I don't know, I'm not an expert on shawls, I don't know what the shape is called. It's not a triangle, it's not a crescent, maybe it's a long crescent, I don't know. So yeah, you start with a nice chilled garter stitch section, and then you have a few contrast color short rows in there, which are really pretty. And then you have a contrast color lacework section, and then now I'm on this. So it's going to be quite, basically this whole motif gets repeated again. So you have main color garter, main and contrast color short rows, and then you have another lace section, and then you finish in the contrast color. And these colors are really lovely. I really like that Natasha sent me these because they're not colors I would have chosen myself. And honestly, they give me so much joy and I'm so happy. So yeah, it's getting to the point where I'm starting to accumulate quite a lot of stitches. It's on more than 200. And I know it's going to end up at like 450, which is quite a lot of stitches. So I'm hoping I keep the momentum up and yeah, just power through and don't put it down for too long. I have a feeling the second lace section is going to be where I struggle because it's, yeah, maybe only 24 rows, but it's going to be 400 stitches. And this was already between 150 and 200 stitches. And I did that quite fast. I did this in 2 days, this lace work, but yeah, I can do this. I can get the second section of lace done quickly. So that is my cast on. it's the first cast on I've had in a while because I've been forcing myself to finish current projects. And yeah, other current project progress is a while ago I showed my Merini cardigan design. And I just wanted to show you that I have started the scalloping on the bottom rib, which I'm very pleased with. I had to amend the chart slightly so that it scalloped in the kind of proportions that I wanted. So this is what it looks like. That's the wrong side. This is the right side. The bottom is going to have this, and then the button bands are also going to have this. You can imagine like that kind of look. But I'm also going to have a contrast color running along the edge. What color that is, I'm not sure yet. It's going to depend a lot on buttons, I think. So I haven't started looking for buttons yet, but I think if I find some really beautiful buttons, then I'll take color inspiration from that for the contrast color. So I'm very happy with that. It's a fun technique. It's not too difficult. I just need to finish that as well. And then yesterday I picked up my first yarn purchase of the year. So I don't think I'm gonna buy too much yarn this year. I have quite a lot and I have a lot of projects planned for the yarn I have. But I felt like I couldn't miss this, and I might get that feeling later this year, we'll see. But Wool & Twine Fibre Studio had a January collection and I was tempted and I got some. So if you go to Wool & Twine's YouTube channel, she has a really beautiful intro video to her January collection, and then another video about the base that she dyed onto, which is called Roots. And it was just so inspiring, and yeah, I'll show you the colors that I got and my thoughts. So I got so she made the base called Roots in 3 different weights. She had sort of fingering full ply, and then DK, and then either Aran or worsted, but yeah. And I got the 4 ply, so the lightest weight. And I got 3 colors. I got clay, which is this gorgeous sort of warm beige. And what I like about these is they're not, super monochrome. There's a little bit of subtle color play in the yarn, which I love. This is clay. And then this is primrose. It's this like delicious, warm, peachy pink. And then the last one I got is terracotta, which is a sort of darker, kind of orangey, apricot-y, coppery colour. And what's funny is these colours aren't so different from these colours in family, really, which is, I don't know, maybe this is my new colour, thing. Maybe I'm not into blue anymore. I'm into sort of warmy shades of beige and pink. So my plan for this is, as soon as I saw this, I really wanted to do a colourwork project, but also take the opportunity to do some steeking. So I really want to do a steeked shawl. And in the book 52 Weeks of Shawls, there is a beautiful pattern called Iney, and it is a colourwork shawl. So most of it is worked in 2 colours. And then there's a 3rd colour that is used at the end, along the sort of long edge at the top. And it's such a beautiful pattern. It looks so cozy, and it's a steeked pattern. So you just work stockinette, stranded colourwork in the round, and then you cut it. And so this base, as soon as I saw it, I knew it would be really good for steeking. I knew it would be great for colourwork. And I really want to do some subtle colourwork, like not a high contrast. So I'm going to be doing colourwork in these 2, so primrose and clay. So for the majority of this shawl. It is very subtle. I wasn't quite sure how it would be in person, but I'm actually very happy with it. So I'm really excited. And then the 3rd colour that's going to be a bit more dramatic is the terracotta. So I'm so excited for this shawl. I'm gonna put these away in my stash, and then they'll come out again when I have, you know, finished a few more things and yeah, have time for this, because I feel like this is a project that's really going to be, you know, really loved and enjoyed. So that's something very exciting for me. So that's all my sort of big knitting updates. In other sort of updates is I have been, so there's a yarn festival happening locally in March, and they wanted volunteers, and I volunteered last year, but they didn't need me, so I didn't go. But this year I got picked as a volunteer, so I get to go to a yarn festival for free and volunteer, and I'm so excited. It's going to be really nice. It's in the Norwegian Yarn Festival circuit. A lot of the same people come around to all the different ones, so I'm not so sure it's going to be all that much new, but it's still really lovely to be a part of the knitting community and meet people and chat to people and see what people are making. So that's really nice. So that's in March, and that's kind of all I have going knitting wise at the moment. And yeah, I've kind of put the elephant design project on hold because I need to make a third one, and I think I lost a little bit of motivation after the second one didn't go so well. So yes, I'm really enjoying what I'm doing though now. So yeah, okay. So I hope everyone has a lovely week. I don't think I will make an episode next week because I'm not actually here. I am away. And but I will be knitting. I will be knitting on trains and planes, and yeah, it's going to be good. So I'll make another episode hopefully in 2 weeks. So I'll see you then. And yeah, keep knitting and have a lovely time. Bye.